Good evening, Kindred. I am Teranz, and welcome back to more Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York. Last time we met with D'Angelo, re-looked at the crime scene of the Baron's, where the Baron died at, and now we are going to meet with, I cannot remember his name. The Nosferatu information broker whose name escapes me. See if I can see what is Kaiser, that's his name. All right. Well, with that being said, let's get started. Less than 15 minutes later, a menacing black limo takes a fast, sharp turn onto my street and stops right in front of me. Suddenly, something like an acid flashback hits me. I know this limo. I've seen it all around over the past few days, but I never thought it might be tailing me. Still, it must have. Looks like I'm finally about to get some answers. Doors open and a raspy voice comes from inside. Get the fuck in, Sawinski. I smile and accept the invitation. There he is, Kaiser, the king of New York City's information highway, surrounded by screens, speakers, and newfangled technological gizmos of all kinds. First impression, he's one repulsive person. D'Angelo was also a sewer rat, and he might have had similar physical disadvantages, but at least he was wholly endearing. With this guy, there's no room for any kind of sentiment. He's inhumanly cold, and I get the feeling he's been like this for ages. You're getting on my nerves, little lady, and I'm far from being the only one. I get the sense he meant for all this to be threatening. Instead, I'm elated. After a week of running around like a headless chicken, unsure if I was getting anywhere, finally I get a compliment. If there's one thing I learned back in Lodestar, it was that you only know when you're doing your job correctly when someone powerful gets visibly mad. Don't piss me off, old man. If you want to escalate, I can escalate, and there's a lot of expensive shit in here you probably wouldn't want me to break. Ah, yes, I did hear you and technology don't get along. Is that why you left that mess down in the double spiral basement? He scoffs at me with pure contempt. Listen, I will speak as plainly as humanly possible to get this through your little head, since it's obvious you're not willing to read the obvious signals. You were hired for one thing, and one thing only, little lady, to suck at your job. You couldn't even do that correctly. People kept stopping by my limo this week, telling me, Kaiser, dear Kaiser, we keep trying to make her understand how hopeless she is, but she just won't get a clue. She doesn't have any evidence, she doesn't have any testimony, but she still goes around knocking on everyone's door, causing disturbances. It's such a fucking headache. Usually I try to be a jovial host, so I cheer them up. She is not that much of a should I say, she's making mountains out of molehills to make herself seem useful, I say. She's about to stop. But in your infinite idiocy, decided to prove me wrong in the most spectacular fashion by knocking on my very own door, forcing my hand, threatening me even. Are you autistic or something, huh? Can't read basic social clues? Stop for 1 second and ask yourself, who even fucking wants you to solve anything, let alone this case? See, this city has a delicate system set in place. Usually it's flawless. But ever since you started tinkering with it, it's been having these irritating malfunctions and it's driving people. Are you done? A weird, disgusting sound, something between a gargle and a bark, escapes his throat. Unbelievable. All I'm hearing is that you're in possession of some information that might help me solve the puzzle I was presented with. If that's the case, I'm going to ask you to share it. I swear, you're absolutely irredeemable. You fucking... Alright. How do I get this all... How do I get through all the rubbish in your head to drive my point in? Don't you know who I am? Oh, I know who you are. You're the person who had Callahan's place wired, which makes you a possible witness of sorts, or even a suspect. For Christ's sakes, woman, get real. And if your accusations were correct, then who, pray tell, would you report them to? Do you even know what kind of people I answer to? No? Care to acquaint us? Is that really what you want? You want to know who pulls the strings? Give me 10 minutes and I can arrange a meeting. But this is your last chance to turn back. If you don't, I can tell you now you're going to be sorry. The big kahuna. Finally, now we're talking. Yeah, the big kahuna. So this is your final answer, huh? Absolutely. Unbelievable. He takes out his phone and begins furiously typing. Oh, what I was going to say at the beginning of this episode is I'm getting around the point in length, give or take, that the last series was, as far as like number of episodes. I don't know about the time per episode, but I have a feeling that if it's not this one, then very within the next few episodes we'll probably be hitting the end of this series. So yeah, we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. I relax in the seat. Finally, we're getting somewhere. It might be dangerous, yeah, but at least I'll finally get a clue of what's going on. I'm just saying this is the point of no return. My boss doesn't fuck around. Best case, you're going to beg him to take you in. Whatever. He keeps grumbling under his breath, but I'm not even listening. I just watch the streets go by. Until out of the blue, I experience a strong sense of foreboding. I first spot her in the corner of my eye. She's hovering right next to Kaiser, with an expression that's impossible to discern. Yet, when she speaks, her voice is machine-like, yet otherworldly. Fine, we're 5 minutes away or so. Get the boys ready to give her the Mel Gibson special. The moment he puts away his phone, the silhouette disappears. We're 5 minutes away. Better start figuring out the way you might want to prove yourself useful to the honcho. There's no honcho. Oh my god. Of course, this motherfucker is setting me up. I need to get out of here now. I do the first thing that comes to mind. I grab the door handle and pull. He notices me scrambling and struggles to grab me. Hold up. Glass breaking, loud thuds of something heavy hitting the asphalt, tires screeching. I think he grabbed me. I think he tried to pull me back in. I think we fell out of the limo. I think his body cushioned my fall. I'm struggling to process what's going on. It's like I'm blanking out. When I come to, he's already attempted to get up, cursing under his breath. The limo has stopped a little further in, but whoever the driver is, he's not coming out. Fucking. When he stands up, he'll be out for vengeance. He's an older vampire who knows how strong he is. I need something that'll give me the advantage. The pepper spray, of course. It probably won't be as effective as it would be on a living person, but still worth a try. I limp towards the asshole, disarm the device, aim towards his eyes, and unload the entire canister. It worked. It actually worked. I keep up the offensive. I punch him, kick him, throw him around, I pummel him, I smash his head against the curb. I struggle to harm him in whatever way I can, like a frightened animal. I don't know how long it lasts. Might be 1 minute, might be eternity. The driver steps out of his limo to help his boss. Once he sees what I'm doing, he runs away in panic. Feels good. Feels absolutely horrible. Once I'm done, I sit on the curb and scream my lungs out to avoid crying. Then I look at him. He seems shocked, barely hanging on. I know what I've done was extremely stupid. I did hear how he's one of the most influential figures in the city. But that's probably why he never expected to get his ass whooped, especially by someone like me. When he speaks again, his voice is pathetic, surprisingly close to a whimper. You'll pay. You'll fucking pay. You lost, mislaid, and abandoned property of a woman. He's unwell, talking nonsense. I approach him again. You want to have me whacked? What do you think I'm stupid? You needed to be taught a lesson. Well, would you look at who ended up teaching who? Now talk. Tell me everything about Callahan's final death. All of it. Go to hell. You can fuck me up however bad you want. I'm still not going to tell you shit. You try anything, there'll be consequences. There'll be retribution. My mouth is shut. He might be my last chance to solve the case, but if I don't force him to talk, he won't. There's a burgeoning thought in my mind, but it scares even me. Do I dare push him to the edge, make him suffer until he squeaks? No. Straight updated. More humans, still humane. No more humans, still humane. Got it. That's what the... All of you might be fucking monsters, but that doesn't mean I am. Big words for someone who just beat up her fucking elder. I will still get back at you. I will appeal to whoever I can. Yeah, sweetheart, whatever. See, the good thing about being the lone voice of dissent, it's a mutually beneficial deal. One side gets the unearned moral superiority, the other side gets no resistance whatsoever. Oh, I will resist by whatever means necessary. Spare me. Tomorrow night, you'll see the compromise that everyone agreed on long ago. Progress is coming like a train. If you want to throw yourself on the track, be my guest. I'd love to watch. Tomorrow night? Why tomorrow? Julia. I look back over my shoulder and see Kadir. Kadir. Bloody hell, what's wrong with you? Why does he look like that? This is why I didn't want you to get involved. I had a hunch. A hunch that the moment you get a whiff of true power, all brakes will be off. Bullshit. You're out of your damn mind. I should have you in for a potential masquerade breach. Just let me explain myself. This ugly fucker tried to have me beat. Maybe even killed. Don't you care about that? I have no idea, Sheriff. No idea. She's dangerous. Psychotic. I'll take care of you in a moment. In my car, Kaiser. Hold on. I'm not done questioning him yet. It looks like there's a major conspiracy too. I'm going to have to ask you to leave, and you're going to be glad I leave it at that. You do that, I'm going to have to assume you're complicit. That's worth 2 strikes in my book. You don't want to risk a third. So that's that. Tell me what all of my footwork was even for. We'll be seeing each other, little lady. Can you hear this? Go home, Julia. But go home. Fine, I will. But before I do, I take a quick peek into Kaiser's limo, still abandoned a little further down the street. I skipped the church visit again tonight. I want more time to finish this report. Who knows? It might be my final one. I want to spend more time with Dakota. Yeah, just forget about the rest of the world. A lot happened tonight, but I can still manage to be... A lot happened tonight, but I can still manage to be at our apartment an hour earlier than usual. She should be glad. I sneak into the apartment as silently as possible, trying to surprise her. When I reach the bedroom, I see something unexpected. It hits me like a ton of bricks. At the beginning, I can't properly parse the sight. But when I finally understand what I'm looking at, it causes a wave of terror and disgust to swell up inside my chest. What the fuck? She's shocked to see me, doesn't know what to do. She's like a deer in headlights or a schoolgirl poorly trying to hide her misdeeds from a teacher. You're early. Yes, I am. These are my clothes, Dakota. These are my cigarettes. That's my jewelry on the table. Yeah, I was, I'm pretty sure. God almighty, I thought it was just being neurotic whenever I noticed something dreadfully familiar in you. I can explain. Please do explain. A good 10 seconds of awkward silence pass. I can see her spending an eternity in her head. This isn't what it looks like. Oh my god, it's exactly what it looks like. I will just come out and say it. Dakota, are you single white femaling me? It all makes sense now. No, come on, no. I thought I was the leech in this relationship. We watched that movie together. We made fun of Jennifer Jason Leigh together. A roommate stalking and imitating her own roommate. Ha ha ha. What a concept, right? But I was being fed on in a far more sinister way without knowing it. Don't be silly. Silly? I've never ever been this serious with you. So whenever she puts on my makeup, whenever I use her as a mirror, she was always hyping me up because she wanted to live vicariously through me. So many things make sense in retrospect. The little ways you keep modulating your speech after me, the weird ways our tastes are always compatible, some of your art feeling so familiar. None of it would trigger any alarms by itself, and yet she's as humanly embarrassed as possible. Juliet, listen, don't fucking touch me. I can barely think of anything more repulsive than being put on a pedestal like this. It's like the other person is begging me to perceive them as someone worse, if not outright subhuman. Don't be like this, just don't. You know, this would probably be infinitely more palatable if you talk to me like a person here and not like, I don't know, your fucking mommy. You know what? Fuck you. I've been locked in this apartment by myself because of all the pandemic shit going on. It's fucking me up. I know you have it hard right now, so I didn't want to bother you. Yeah, I was counting on you to ask about how I'm feeling. Babe, how's your work-life balance? Aren't you feeling claustrophobic? Hey, is it just me, or is our drug supply weirdly shrinking too fast? But no, you're too much of a self-centered person. You regularly suck me dry and it's okay, but the moment I entertain the thought of taking something in return, I'm crossing a line? Oh no, I'm a member of an immortal elite secret society. It's so hard to cope. Dakota, whenever I gracefully decide to visit our apartment, let's just do what I enjoy until the pain stops. Fuck you. Fuck you. Sincerely, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. There's nothing you can do but take, and you should have learned by now that just taking won't make you happy. Stop. Just stop. I don't know what to say. I feel disgusted both with her and myself. Just stop. Dakota breaks down crying. She grabs a jacket and a purse and runs out of the apartment. I don't try to stop her. I stand there for a short while in silence and then lock the door. Did she take her keys? I don't know. I don't know if I care. I desired for someone else, not for myself. For a way to open a different world, not to get locked back in mine. I collapse onto the soft bed. Smell of her perfume. I smell her perfume. I always liked it, but now it makes me slightly nauseous. I try not to think of Dakota. I think of Kaiser. I think of Kadir. I think of Callahan. No matter what I think of, I sense doom. I feel that I've just sealed my fate, whatever it may be. Everything fucking sucks. Back to the void, back to the void, back into the void, back into the void. All right. Well, I think, yeah, it seems like a good place to call the episode. I'm guessing the next one will be the last one. I don't know how long it's going to be. It might be 5 minutes, it might be 40, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.